And we
Yeah,
on.
yeah, back up in this once again. As promised, we back with this trivia, man. About to put it down.
Great
Yeah,
vibes, great. Salute, bro. Blessings.
that's Chris Ray. What's going down with you? I gotta pull up the screen, the stream real quick. I'm dragging a little bit, man. I ain't sleep worth a fuck last night, boy. It's hard to sleep when I ain't got no weed, man. I ain't lying. I started to go ahead and grab me a good eighth or something last night. Try to go to sleep. I just said, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna tough it out. Keep on going. I done came this far. So it wouldn't make sense for me to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? But we about to put it down, man. We gonna put this trivia down to get our ass up out of here because I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna try to at least. Yeah, got plenty of questions, man. It's a light little collaboration with scrapbook boxing. If you can, bro, do you think you could post scrapbook link? Like you know the way you be posting links and shit where people can jump on? You think you could post a link to his channel so people can subscribe to his shit? Rod X the champ in the building. What's up, bro? What's going down? Yeah, about to put this trivia
Yeah,
down.
champ. Salute.
Yeah, about to put this trivia down. We got plenty of questions too. You know what I'm saying? I got my questions, and then at the end, I got some scrapbook boxing questions. So we about to make it happen, man. Still ain't got a chance to go back and review the Devin Haney fight with Lomachenko. I did listen to my fight call again though. It was a little bit better than what I thought it was. I thought that shit was just pure unadulterated trash, but it wasn't that bad though. I can kind of understand why people say that I did a high little old job and shit. You know what I'm saying? But definitely got to tighten up, man. I ain't smoking that gas. I might have to start practicing. I ain't never practiced calling no fights, man. I might have to start practicing this motherfucker so I can catch my rhythm a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, we got some questions, man. Now some books. I had to I ain't really have time to get as many questions as I wanted to out the book, so I had to go to Google for a few questions and shit. I hate to do that, but you know, it is what it is. Gil Coles on the membership. What's up, bro? Appreciate you. My boy Hip Hop number one. Hey, hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Gil Cole. Appreciate you, bro. Salute. Hip hop number one. Salute. He said salute to the corner. Hope you get some sleep, Trey. This week's picks and the champ ain't much easier than the last week. Man, 15 fights. Had to take the champ down. Gil Cole and the new. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Went out there and took him down, man. Appreciate that shit from Gil Cole. Hip Hop number one. Salute to you. What's going down, man? Yeah, we coming back with a 15 fight week. They're my favorite weeks. Normally, when we only got like 10 fights, I don't do that well. I do a lot better when it's 15, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what's up this week. Got some pretty decent fights in the UK this week, like that Chris Billiam Smith versus Lawrence Okolie. That's going to be a pretty good fight. Chris Billiam Smith, we had him in a trivia one time because he's very tough. I got respect for him. He went the distance against Richard Reactor, and you ain't going to go the distance against him if you ain't tough. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to a few of these fights. Gil Cole's in here bright and early. He must be trying to participate in some trivia today. He been ducking that trivia smoke here lately. Hey, hold on one second, one more time.
I got you. Haplo, salute, fam. What's good? I'm over here sharing live and shit.
All right, I'm back. Man. I got all kind of technical difficulties and all kind of shit going on. Yeah, haplotype, the man I wanted to see. I want to know, can I get some work this week? I wanted to be haplotype 0 versus Trey X this week. That's what I'm trying to see. Derek Bailey in the building. What's up, bro? Salute to you. Get them picks in so we can gamble. I know you saw my message. We had started off my new little old betting year started off with a loss. I had bet on one of them Australian fights early this morning, and we took a loss with that damn Campbell Somerville or something like that. Took an
Man,
L.
thanks to Luke, bro.
Yeah, held the L to start off the new betting year. Rod X the champ said, "I'm glad D'Lo 4-4 boxing picked Lomachenko to win. That's the only reason I didn't get put in the backwood. Yeah, man, I'm gonna put last week behind me, man. I don't even want to think about last week. That shit was so bad, man. That shit was just terrible, man. We got our ass whooped collectively on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Derek Bailey said, "You putting them in now? All right, that's what's up. Go ahead and get them picks in." But yeah, we got plenty of trivia questions and shit. Little light collaboration with Scrapbook Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. Appreciate him for dropping us some questions. And support Scrapbook, man. He got a great channel, a great historian. He said recently that somebody been stealing this material, and me and Marlo know all about that. Folks been biting our style and jocking our material since we started this shit. So I just told him, man, just keep your head up and just do what he do. Don't let it deter him, you know what I'm saying? Because we all respect him. That's the OG. Haplotype say Trey always on my help and respect. Well, shit, that's just what we do, man. We like to go against each other in the Chow Ross. Marlo went out there and took care of Gil Coles last week. Gil Coles going against MZ. I got Marlo and LID going against each other this week, though. So let's see how that shit gonna go. But I want some Haplotype smoke, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. Hip Hop number one said that Chamberlain fight is off this week, so it's 14 now. His opponent pulled out. I think the rest is a go, though. All right. Man, that ain't no good shit, but it is what it is. Chan Ross had took a fight off too. He had that that Sauron Visa fight on there. He took it off in favor of the Ivana Habazine fight. Who she fighting? Fuck, I can't think of that woman. The woman that got knocked out by Alicia Baumgartner. I can't think of her fucking name for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no surprise, though. I don't never remember names. But yeah, man, we here to do some little trivia and shit, man. If y'all want to go and get it started, we can go and get it started. Gil Cole said that split decision loss to Marlo was a long time ago. That was a split decision loss. Yeah, hell, I can say the same thing about Lala D. She beat me by 5 points, but I still give her full credit that she went out there and took care of me. Derek Bailey, yeah, Terry Harper, man, I couldn't think of her name for nothing. She looked a lot better since she moved up in weight. She was down at what, 130 or something like that. I don't know exactly what weight class she was. I think it was 130, maybe 135, but she'd have moved up to 154. She looked a lot better. Haplotype say, got to say thanks to Trey for encouraging me to join the league. Been enjoying it. Champ is a solid dude. Yeah, Champ Ross a player, man. That's one of my favorite people on all of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker then let me know that I could do something that I didn't even know I could. That shit turned me into a boxing handicap. We've been betting on boxing down there every week and winning. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even know I could do that shit, to be honest with you. Well, salute to Chan Ross all day. If y'all want to get it started, man, y'all just type a 1 or something like that. He still ain't accept that challenge, though, man. Don't duck no smoke, Haplotype. It's just some friendly competition. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what's up. Put that pressure on your ass a little bit. Let you go against this competitive force of nature that they call Trey X. Gil Coles type the 1, man. Let me get 2 more 1s and we're going to go ahead and get it started. I'm assuming I got a 1 from Haplotype. I will say this, though. The question's a little bit harder today, but I did mix in some easy questions to try to balance it out. You know what I'm saying? Haplotype said, what's the challenge? We going against each other. It's Trey X versus Haplotype. Whoever get the highest score in the Chow Ross this week, we get the bragging rights for the week. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got four 1s all together, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Okay, number 1. Who is the only fighter to stop Jack Dempsey? Once again, who is the only fighter to stop Jack Dempsey? We're gonna go ahead and just jump out there off the top. And like I said, a lot of these questions, they come from the books that I've been reading, but I did have to go to Google for a few questions coming down the stretch, you know what I'm saying, so I could have enough material. Haplotype said, you got to get in the top 15 first, Trey X. I haven't talked no shit, but man, come on, man, I'm a fucking champion in this shit. So I ain't good enough to go against Haplotype, a person that ain't done nothing. Like, come on, man, you ducking. That's what I do. All I do is call out people that's above me. I don't call out nobody that's below me. Rod X the champ said, Gene Tunney, no sir, he didn't stop him. Gil Cole said Jack Sharkey, no sir. His initials are FJF. FJF are his initials. And you talking that shit, I went against your boy and went out there and took care of him. He was number 1. I was number 36 and went out there and took care of him. Derek Bailey got that shit. That'll be Fireman Jim Flint. So Derek Bailey, he strike first blood. It done got hot in here too. Yeah, we done closed the gap in this motherfucker. Okay, next question. What year did the National Boxing Association recognize the 140-pound division? I got all these fucking wires and shit because I got everything on the charger and shit. Once again, what year did the National Boxing Association recognize the 140-pound division? I don't really know if I can give no hint on this one. I guess y'all might have to just spam some dates or maybe go Google it or something like that. Again, what year did the National Boxing Association recognize the 140-pound division? Yeah, Marlo dropped the link to Scrapbook channel in the chat. Y'all subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing if you haven't. Go out there and give the man some support, you know what I'm saying? Putting down the great content for the historians in all levels of boxing history, you know what I'm saying? Rod X say 1970. We got to go way further back than that. We got to go back in the day. This is around the time of Benny Leonard's championship reign. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take it back. Happy to say salute to Scrap. No one should be stealing his work. Not okay. That's what I said too. You know what I'm saying? He gave me some credit the other day. I was really surprised that he said it. He told me a long time ago, but it surprised me that he said it. I'm the person that inspired him to start his channel. You know what I'm saying? I got love for Scrapbook. Gil Cole said 1946. No, sir. I definitely got this question out one of the books that I've been reading. We got to go further back in time. I told you this is around the day of Benny Leonard's championship run. Derek Bailey said 1930. You're getting warm. You're definitely getting warm. We got to go back a little bit further. Derek Bailey and Gil Coles came with the same date. Y'all must have might have seen something, but that's not what I got though, according to the book that I'm reading, or that I read already. Winston Lee, salute to you, brother. I don't really like reading the whole books though. I read like 85% of the book because like once the fighter retires and they start going downhill, I don't want to read about how they turned into alcoholics and got tuberculosis, and I don't want to read about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to keep it when they at their best. Haplotype say 1926. You're definitely warm, hot. You're red hot. We got to go back a little bit further though, just a little bit further. But you're definitely hot. Ms. Alma Brown in the building. Salute to my Amazon angel. She said, "What's up, fellas? Trey X, brother Marlo's corner chat in the mods. Blessings. Good luck to the trivia players." Gil Cole.
Salute, sis. Blessings. Winston Lee, salute.
Gil Cole's your red hot. Hip hop number 1, 1924. Y'all all dancing around it, man. It's between Gil Cole's and Haplotype. It's right between the motherfuckers. That's a hell of a hint. That's pretty much the answer. You know what I'm saying? Right between Gil Cole's and hip hop number 1. Gil Cole said 1921. That's a good guess, but okay, Ms. Almond Brown got that shit. I forgot to give her an honorary point anyway. So that's 2 points for Almond Brown because she get an honorary point. And she also get the answer to this question. That'll be 1922. 1922 is the answer. Okay, next question. Who did the NBA recognize as the first 140-pound champion? She says she happy that she got a point. Once again, who did the NBA recognize as the first 140-pound champion? His initials are PM. PM are his initials. Who did the NBA recognize as the first 140-pound champion? PM or his initials? When it comes to the historians, I know y'all done heard of this man. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Pinky Mitchell. So Gil Cole's got on the board in this motherfucker. Pinky Mitchell. Next question. This is a pretty hard question right here. What game lightweight acquired his dental degree, became a referee after his boxing career, and went by the alias the Fighting Dentist? His initials are LC. Once again, what game lightweight acquired his dental degree, became a referee after his boxing career, and went by the alias the Fighting Dentist, and his initials are LC? Gil Cole's talking about you something like a historian. I consider myself like a C- level historian, maybe a D+ or something like that. Definitely got a long way to go. What game lightweight acquired his dental degree, became a referee after his boxing career, and went by the alias the Fighting Dentist? LC are his initials. This is not the fighter that you hear about every day. I don't see the answer. Gil Cole's talking about Daniel, Derek Bailey, Lewis Charles, haplotype Wallach or something like that. I don't even know who that is. LC are this man's initials. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Leach Cross. Leach Cross is the answer. That's another one for Gil Cole. He's gonna be flexing the championship belts and all that kind of shit, man. Y'all make sure y'all don't let Gil Cole win this shit. What you say his real name was Wallach? Okay, I ain't even see that shit when I was looking at this shit. So I guess I gotta give it the haplotype. I guess we're gonna take his word for it. So we're gonna take haplotype word for it. I don't think he's gonna come in here and lie, even though he is Rain Man, the fucking king of pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining. But we gonna take his word for it. I'm gonna give that one a haplotype. I don't think he'll lie about the history. Next question. What former champion holds the most wins ever achieved by a Filipino fighter and is the only Filipino to win the middleweight championship? I definitely know y'all done heard of this guy. His initials are CG. He was definitely involved in a controversial outcome versus the great Henry Armstrong. Once again, what former champion holds the most wins ever achieved by a Filipino fighter and is the only Filipino to win the middleweight championship? His initials are CF. Sound like a Latino fighter if you look at his last name, but he is definitely a Filipino fighter. What's up to Miss Lex? How you doing? What's going down with you? We just up in this motherfucker doing a little bit of trivia.
Miss Lex, salute, sis.
Keep our skills sharp. Hip hop number one got that shit. That'll be Seferino Garcia. Hip hop number one on the board. Good shit. Next question. What did Seferino Garcia and Bob Fitzsimmons have in common before they came to boxing? Once again, what did Seferino Garcia and Bob Fitzsimmons have in common before they came to boxing? Make sure that y'all got y'all shit on live chat, man, because they been to answer that question. Hip hop number one time, that's the only point you'll get. Give yourself more credit, man. We got a few modern day questions off in there too. I know you got action. Once again, what did Seferino Garcia and Bob Fitzsimmons have in common before they came to boxing? Haplotype got that shit. They were both skilled blacksmiths. So I'm gonna give that shit the haplotype 0. Well, I ain't gonna give it to him, but he earned it. You know what I'm saying? Haplotype 0. Skilled blacksmiths. Next question. Wilfredo Gomez broke the 52-fight unbeaten streak of what 1977 Fighter of the Year, who went by the alias Kanyas? Once again, Wilfredo Gomez broke the 52-fight unbeaten streak of what 1977 Fighter of the Year, who went by the alias Kanyas? His initials are CZ. CZ or his initials? Haplotype say, damn, that's tough. Well, we got to dig in a little bit deeper every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's cool if we come off in here and learn something. Hip hop number one said Henry Armstrong got a new book coming in July. Only reason I knew the answer because he fought him. Yeah. Gil Cole's got this shit. That'd be Carlos Zarate. Carlos Zarate. That's Gil Cole. Good shit. Next question. What Texas native went by the alias the deputy sheriff, knocked out Dick Tiger to become the light heavyweight champion, and made 14 title defenses? Yeah, that's good shit, Gil Cole. I see you pulling up the rear, Derek Bailey. Once again, what Texas native went by the alias the deputy sheriff, knocked out Dick Tiger to become the light heavyweight champion, and made 14 title defenses? Okay, Gil Cole's got another one. That'll be the great Bob Foster. That's another one from my man Gil Cole. Gil Cole said he come in kicking ass and taking names. He said, when the cats away, the mice will play. Since we ain't got Rodolfo off in here this time, he said he off in there making something happen. Next question. What year did the Pan American Games begin for boxing? Once again, what year did the Pan American Games begin for boxing? I see a few people had came off in here. They had to hurry up and get their ass up out of here because that kitchen hot. That kitchen hot off in here, man. What year did the Pan American Games begin? Ms. Almer Brown said, please like the video. We definitely would appreciate that. 100,000%. What year did the Pan American Games begin? Haplotype say 55. Derek Bailey got that shit. That'd be 1951. That's one from my man Derek Bailey. 1951. Next question. I know Haplotype probably gonna get this one. Fighters Lou Tindler and Everett Hammer both accomplished what feat in bouts versus Benny Leonard? Either Haplotype gonna get it or I might get a 5. I ain't never mad at a 5. Little Rock in the building. What's up, bro? Salute to you. Fighters Lou Tindler and Everett Hammer both accomplished what feat in bouts versus Benny Leonard? Haplotype said they went the distance. That ain't what I'm talking about. Rod X the champ said first round knockout. This is something like thinking outside the box a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Haplotype said no, Hammer got KO'd. This is something that I mentioned last time. You know what I'm saying? I just put it off in here because these two fighters had this in common. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I mentioned though. They did something to his anatomy. That's what I'm saying. They did something to his anatomy. Fighters Lou Tindler and Everett Hammer both accomplished what feat in bouts versus Benny Leonard. And this is causing damage to his anatomy. Haplotype talking about gate records? No, sir. I'm talking about some damage that was done to his anatomy. Haplotype said broke his nose. Gil Cole said broke his jaw. Gil Cole's is the closest. Talent, what's up with you? What's going down? Talking about what's up, Marlo? Haney is trash. All right. I ain't Marlo, though. Rod S. the champ said broke his jaw. You're very close. Extremely close. Y'all red hot. Y'all in the right ballpark. Gil Cole's the guy that they knocked his tooth out. So that's Gil Cole's. Knocked his tooth out. He right above you, Rod X.
Talent, salute, fam. Welcome to the gym. I slightly disagree.
You know, Benny Leonard didn't like that shit because he didn't even like nobody messing up his hair when he was fighting. They done knocked his tooth out. Next question. This is a modern day boxing question right here. Who is the only fighter to defeat Ruben Villa? Once again, who is the only fighter to defeat Ruben Villa? A 116-17 amateur motherfucker. He only lost to one man. He had a fight not that long ago, too. He ain't known for knockouts, but he got him a stoppage win in his last fight. Who was the only fighter to defeat Ruben Villa? This is a modern day fighter. This is an all action fighter. This is one of my favorite fighters to call in all the boxing. Rod Champ say Lomachenko. No, sir. He never fought Lomachenko. Gil Cole's got that shit. That'd be Vaquero. Emmanuel Navarrete. That's another one from my man Gil Cole. Next question. The boxing marvel, Jack Britton, was beaten by 15-round decision by what all-time great fighter on November the 1st, 1922 for his welterweight title? Once again, the boxing marvel, Jack Britton, was beaten by 15-round decision by what all-time great fighter on November the 1st, 1922 for his welterweight title? His initials are MW. MW are his initials. The boxing marvel Jack Britton was beaten by 15-round decision by what all-time great fighter on November the 1st, 1922 for his welterweight title? His initials are MW. Okay, Gil Cole's got another one. That'll be Mickey Walker. That's another one for Gil Cole. Mickey Walker. Next question. This is a little bit tough one right here, y'all. What quick and agile Philadelphia fighter battled against some of the best fighters of his day, but is best remembered for his upsets over the Scotch Wop, and Sid Terrace, and suffering a controversial defeat to future world champion Jimmy Goodrich? Dr. Soap in the building. What's up, bro? Appreciate you coming through. Once again, what quick and agile Philadelphia fighter battled against some of the best fighters of his day, but is best remembered for his upsets over the Scotch Wop and Sid Terrace, and suffering a controversial defeat to future world champion Jimmy Goodrich? His initials are EKW. The K is his nickname. His nickname was the Kid. His nickname was the Kid, so it's Kid W. Again, what quick and agile Philadelphia fighter battled against some of the best fighters of his day, but is best remembered for his upsets over the Scotch Wop and Sid Terrace, and suffering a controversial defeat to future world champion Jimmy Goodrich? His initials are Kid W. This is not a fighter that you hear about every day. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to show some respect to the Philadelphia fighters, the history. And if you don't know, drop a 5. You ain't got to sit up here on the same question all day. I definitely got plenty of questions. You know what I'm saying? So y'all ain't got to savor the flavor. Hip Hop number 1 said they want to do Valdez versus Navarrete in August, according to a lot of sources. Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. Navarrete got a style that's kind of similar to Miguel Berchelt. I definitely, I'm not counting out Valdez. I ain't counting him out. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Eddie Kid Wagner. Eddie Kid Wagner. That's Gil Cole's. Look like Gil Cole's gonna be posting them pictures with them championship belts on these. Okay, next question. Why did Benny Leonard retire from boxing at the top of his game as the undefeated lightweight champion? Once again, why did Benny Leonard retire from boxing at the top of his game as the undefeated lightweight champion? I'm pretty sure Haplo got action at this one. Again, why did Benny Leonard retire from boxing at the top of his game as the undefeated lightweight champion? Well, I can't think of no hint I can give on this one. Ain't no initials or nothing. Well, I might give me a 5 for real this time. Why did Benny Leonard retire from boxing at the top of his game as the undefeated lightweight champion? Okay, Gil Cole says sick mother. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Gil Cole. She did get sick a few times. Yep. Her health was definitely failing because she was so nervous when he fought. Every time Benny Leonard had a fight, she was at home fucked up, sitting by the radio and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he retired for his mother's health, and his manager helped convince him to retire. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Gil Cole. Sick mother. Okay, next question. Before Benny Leonard's championship reign, what fighter retired as the undefeated lightweight champion? His initials are JM. Once again, before Benny Leonard's championship reign, what fighter retired as the undefeated lightweight champion? His initials are JM. Kaz, what's up with your salute? Talking about Joey Maxim? No, sir. That's the wrong weight class and the wrong era. Once again, before Benny Leonard's championship reign, what fighter retired as the undefeated lightweight champion? His initials are JM. JM are his initials. I don't really know no more hints I can give you because I don't really know a lot about this fighter. Even though I have heard the historians talk about him a few times, like hardline boxing. Before Benny Leonard's championship reign, what fighter retired as the undefeated lightweight champion? I guess what I'm trying to say is who was the badass champion that was before Benny Leonard and he retired undefeated? I'm not saying the guy right before him because I know that Benny Leonard won the championship from Freddie Welsh. Okay, Haplotype got that shit. That'll be Jack McAuliffe. Jack McAuliffe is the answer. That's Haplotype. Next question. What legendary trainer worked the corner for Benny Leonard during his comeback after losing much of his fortune in the infamous stock market crash of 1929? RA are his initials. That's a pretty easy one right there. One of the greatest trainers of all time. Once again, what legendary trainer worked the corner for Benny Leonard during his comeback after losing much of his fortune in the infamous stock market crash of 1929? And his initials are RA. Haplotype got this shit. That'll be Ray Arcel. That's another one for Haplotype. Next question. What fighter goes by the alias El Professor and is the first man to defeat Andrew Maloney and accomplish the feat twice? Once again, what fighter goes by the alias El Professor and is the first man to defeat Andrew Maloney and accomplish the feat twice? And this is definitely modern day boxing, as y'all know. Andrew Maloney just got his ass knocked the fuck out this past weekend by Junto Nakatani. Might be the knockout of the year. You know, a one-punch knockout like that. What fighter goes by the alias El Professor and is the first man to defeat Andrew Maloney and accomplish the feat twice? Gil Cole's got this shit. That'll be Joshua Franco. That's another one for Gil Cole. Next question. What all-time great fighter was boxing's first flyweight champion? Went on a 93-fight winning streak and went by the alias the Mighty Atom. His initials are JW. Hip Hop Number One said the Franco, the first one was controversial. Absolutely, it was. I think my buddy Kane was talking about that shit last night on MZ channel. If y'all ain't subscribed to MZ Talks Boxing, subscribe to his channel, man. We be doing live streams over there on Tuesdays. But not we. That's his channel. I jump on the panel every now and then, though. Give him a helping hand or something. Once again, what all-time great fighter was boxing's first flyweight champion? Went on a 93-fight winning streak and went by the alias the Mighty Atom. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Jimmy Wild. Jimmy Wild. I see that dude that was talking that shit on Saturday. He supposed to be coming to participate in some trivia and show us how good he is in boxing history. I damn sure don't see him with his ducking ass. Okay, next question. What legendary fighter went on an 89 fight winning streak and went by the aliases El Cesar de Boxeo and El Gran Campeón Mexicano? Once again, what legendary fighter went on an 89 fight winning streak and went by the aliases El Cesar de Boxeo and El Gran Campeón Mexicano? That'll be haplotype Julio Cesar Chavez. It's another one for haplotype. I guess it's the haplotype and Gil Cole show today. Next question. What legendary heavyweight went by the alias the Brockton Blockbuster and defeated Jersey Joe Walcott for the NBA World Heavyweight Championship on September the 23rd, 1952? This is definitely an easy question right here. Once again, what legendary heavyweight went by the alias the Brockton Blockbuster and defeated Jersey Joe Walcott for the NBA World Heavyweight Championship on September the 23rd, 1952? Okay, that'll be haplotype. That'll be Rocky Marciano. That's another one for haplotype. Next question. What giant of a heavyweight defeated Tommy Loughran for the heavyweight championship on March the 1st, 1934? He was a big motherfucker. Once again, what giant of a heavyweight defeated Tommy Loughran for the heavyweight championship on March the 1st, 1934? Okay, Cass got that shit. Good shit. That'll be Primo Carnera. Good shit. Cass on the board in this motherfucker. All right, then what the fuck I done? Hold on. All right, next question. What rough but often undisciplined heavyweight beat the brakes off Primo Carnera by dropping him a dozen times in 11 rounds for the heavyweight championship on June the 14th, 1934? Once again, what rough but often undisciplined heavyweight beat the brakes off Primo Carnera by dropping him a dozen times in 11 rounds for the heavyweight championship on June the 14th, 1934? Okay, haplotype got this shit. That'll be Max Baer. That's another one for haplotype. All right, good shit. Hold on, what question on number 20? All right, hold on. Next question. This is going to be a little bit harder question right here. What physical ailment prevented Wilfred Benitez's oldest brother, Gregorio Benitez Jr., from reaching his pugilistic goals? Once again, what physical ailment prevented Wilfred Benitez's oldest brother, Gregorio Benitez Jr., from reaching his pugilistic goals? Haplotype say asthma. Cass say sickle cell. No, sir. Not nothing like that. It's more about the anatomy. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like a condition. Haplotype say diabetes. No, sir. Yeah, like I said, this is about his anatomy, not necessarily a condition that he suffered from. Like last time you was talking about flat foot, it was something like that, but not flat footed though. Something like that. Hey, y'all give me 1 second.
I'm right here, bro.
All right, I'm back. My bad about that. Okay, I see Rod X is the closest with the club foot. Haplotype say Ricky's. That's pretty close. Okay, haplotype got this shit. That'd be bow-legged. That's haplotype. Good shit. Okay, next question. What fighter earned upset of the year in 1972? I mean, what fight? What fight earned upset of the year in 1972? And it definitely involves one of the greatest fighters of all time. One of the greatest lightweights of all time. That's a hell of a guess. I mean, a hell of a hint. Y'all excuse me, man, if I ain't flowing as smooth as I normally do, man, because I ain't been able to sleep worth a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just hold it down. Once again, what fight earned upset of the year in 1972? And it definitely involved one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Haplotype talking about Ali Foreman. That was 1974. We talking about 1972. Haplotype said Duran versus the guy with the stupid shorts. I don't know what you mean by stupid shorts, but that definitely ain't good enough to get the point. What fight earned upset of the year in 1972? He got half of it right. He got Roberto Duran in there. That's easy to get if I say one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Haplotype say, why can't they remember? I think this the guy that died of AIDS and Duran was over there hugging him and stuff and became an endearing figure to this guy's home country. Eric R was going down with you, bro. Salute. What fight earned upset of the year in 1972? And Roberto Duran is definitely half of this. The other guy's initials are EDJ. I don't know why I ain't been and gave the initials, but EDJ are his initials.
Eric R. Salute, fam.
Okay, we're gonna give it to Haplotype. That'll be Esteban de Jesus, his win over Roberto Duran. So that's Haplotype. I wonder why every time that I put this bitch ass tablet down, this shit turn and shit. I gotta go find it where I'm at again. Hold on. Okay, next question. Punch drunk syndrome is also referred to as what in the medical world? And PD are the initials to this, not the initials, but they the first letters of the words. Once again, punch drunk syndrome is also referred to as what in the medical world? In the letters, I mean the words start with a P and a D. Eric R say Parkinson's, no sir. Okay, haplotype got this shit. That'd be pugilistic dementia. That's another one for haplotype. Good shit. Next question. What fighter went by the alias Kid Pambele and holds wins over Esteban de Jesus, Peppermint Frazier, and Nicolino Loche? His initials are AC. Once again, what fighter went by the alias Kid Pambele and holds wins over Esteban de Jesus, Peppermint Frazier, and Nicolino Loche? His initials are AC. AC or his initials. Once again, what fighter went by the alias Kid Pambele and holds wins over Esteban de Jesus, Peppermint Frazier, and Nicolino Loche? That'll be Gil Coles, Antonio Cervantes. That's another one for Gil Cole. Ms. Alma Brown said, turn off your auto rotate so the screen doesn't turn when you sit the tablet down in it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, man, but this old ass fucking tablet, I need to get another one, man. I don't even feel like getting off this screen because I had hell even getting this bitch to get to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it how it is and just have to suffer through this shit. Once again, what is the not once again, but next question. What is the surname of the two brothers who would guide Marvin Hagler's career? This is definitely an easy question right here. What is the surname of the two brothers who would guide Marvin Hagler's career? Appreciate the help though. You know what I'm saying? I need to get a new tablet. Once again, what is the surname of the two brothers who would guide Marvin Hagler's career? It starts with a P. I know y'all done heard these names a bunch of times. The Marvin Hagler fans. Derek Bailey got that shit, the Petronelli brothers. That's another one for Derek Bailey. The Petronelli brothers. Next question. This might be a little bit harder right here. What prevented Wilfred Benitez from giving Antonio Cervantes, the man he defeated for the WBA 140-pound championship, a rematch, which led to Benitez being stripped of the title in January of 1977? Once again, what prevented Wilfred Benitez from giving Antonio Cervantes, the man he defeated for the WBA 140-pound championship, a rematch, which led to Benitez being stripped of the title in January of 1977? It's like, Bud, what's going down with you, brother? He said withdrawals. No, sir. What prevented Wilfred Benitez from giving Antonio Cervantes, the man he defeated for the WBA 140-pound championship, a rematch, which led to Benitez being stripped of the title in January of 1977? Eric Garr said he had detention. I don't know what you mean by that. Like he went to jail or something? A fighter that went through something similar, but it ended up being fatal, was what the fuck is his name? Diego Corrales. Diego Corrales went through something similar, but ended up being fatal. Eric Garr said the nigga was like 17 years old. He was very young. Yep, 17. If you read about the guy and you see what type of father that he had, you can understand what it takes to get to a point like that. You know what I'm saying? Rod X the Champ got this shit. That'd be a car wreck. He crashed his car into some trees. He nearly drove off a cliff. The trees actually saved his life. If it wasn't for them trees, he would have drove off the cliff. So that's Rod X the Champ. All rise for the Honorable Judge Joe Brown. What's up, bro? That's Rod X the Champ.
Type Buzz, salute, fam.
Okay, next question. What all-time great promoter earned the nickname Teflon? Once again, what all-time great promoter earned the nickname Teflon? Say, Bud, Joseph Brown, salute, salute.
Joe Brown, salute, bro.
Once again, what all-time great promoter earned the nickname Teflon? Okay, Joseph Brown got that shit. That'll be Teflon Don King. My man Joseph Brown on the board. Good shit. Next question. What fighter hailed from a trio of fighting brothers, held a 315-11 amateur record, had amateur fights against Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike McCallum, and lost a controversial split decision to Wilfred Benitez in the paid ranks? Appreciate the super chat from my boy D-Lo. Says, salute, I'm going to have to catch the replay. Definitely appreciate you, brother.
Salute, D-Lo. Appreciate you, bro.
Once again, what fighter hailed from a trio of fighting brothers, held a 315-11 amateur record, had amateur fights against Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike McCallum, and lost a controversial split decision to Wilfred Benitez in the paid ranks? His initials are BC. BC are his initials. He said, I'm going to try to get 1 point. BC are the initials. Once again, what fighter hailed from a trio of fighting brothers, held a 315-11 amateur record, had amateur fights against Sugar Ray Leonard and Mike McCallum, and lost a controversial split decision to Wilfred Benitez in the paid ranks? His initials are BC. I don't see it yet. I see y'all answers. I don't see the answer, though. He really went out there and put them hands on Wilfred Benitez. He was dropping him and all kind of shit off in the fight. If y'all don't know the answer, don't be bashful to drop a 5, plead the 5th, drop an uncle, drop a TO. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of questions. And we also got some questions that came from Scrapbook Boxing. You know what I'm saying? So the first little lot of questions, they my questions. And then after that, we're going to come back with 10 more questions that come from Scrapbook. Salute to the OG Scrapbook. Y'all subscribe to his channel if y'all haven't. Rod Extra Champ gave me a 5. Let me get 2 more 5s. We gone. D-Lo talking about Chapman. Haplotype said, got to step away for a second. He gave me a 5. Okay, Eric R got that shit. That'll be Bruce Carey. Bruce Carey, good shit. That's my boy Eric R. Okay, next question. What is the first fight in history where the heavyweight championship passed from one black man to another? Once again, what is the first fight in history where the heavyweight championship passed from one black man to another? D-Lo said, I thought you said DC. No, I said BC, unless I'm tripping. DC would be his brother, it sounds like, though, Donald Kerry. If you would have just said Kerry, though, you would have been, you know what I'm saying, you would have been Gucci. Sight Buzz said Charles Louisville. I don't know what that, hold on. Yeah. There's a Charles versus Joe Louis. I know what you're trying to say. I got you. That'll be Sight Bud. There's a Charles versus Joe Louis. We're going to get at the Sight Bud. There's a Charles versus Joe Louis. Okay, next question. What fighter died from injuries he sustained during a 10th round knockout loss to Willie Saipian, which led to a bill being passed that required all promoters to have an ambulance present at every fight card in New York? And I see other places follow suit. Once again, what fighter died from injuries he sustained during a 10th round knockout loss to Willie Saipian, which led to a bill being passed that required all promoters to have an ambulance present at every fight card in New York? His initials are WC. When I was reading, they said this was one of the most significant boxing deaths of all time. It had some ramifications that actually improved the conditions of the fighters in the fight game. His initials are WC. What fighter died from injuries he sustained during a 10th round knockout loss to Willie Saipian, which led to a bill being passed that required all promoters to have an ambulance present at every fight card in New York? His initials are WC. This is not a fighter that you hear about every day, but he is significant because his death led to some, the fighters being safer. And like I said, if you don't know, don't be bashful about dropping a 5, dropping an uncle, plead the 5th, drop a TO. You know what I'm saying? WC are the initials. I say y'all like to be stingy with them 5s, man. Y'all got so much pride. Y'all don't be want to drop them 5s. It's all good. I ain't got a 5 today, as a matter of fact. I almost got one, but Eric R came through with the Bruce Carey. What fighter died from injuries he sustained during a 10th round knockout loss to Willie Saipian, which led to a bill being passed that required all promoters to have an ambulance present at every fight card in New York? I got a series of 5. That'll be Willie Klassen. Willie Klassen is the answer. So 5 gets the spot. Willie Klassen. And today, don't we see ambulances at all the fights now? You know what I'm saying? That started with Willie Klassen. Okay, next question. What legendary trainer had to kick Benitez and his entourage off his property for acting a goddamn fool while Benitez was training to face Carlos Palomino for his welterweight title? Eric R said, I got that. Where you got it at? Oh, I didn't even see that shit. My bad, brother. I ain't even see your answer. He damn sure did get it. That'll be Eric R. Yeah, good shit. I ain't even see it. Once again, what legendary trainer had to kick Benitez and his entourage off his property for acting a damn fool while Benitez was training to face Carlos Palomino for his welterweight title? And when I say they was acting a damn fool, they was trying to talk to 13-year-old girls. They was taking the good clean towels in the bathroom and using that as toilet paper and doing all kind of crazy shit. So this legendary trainer, they were training on his property. He kicked them off his motherfucking property. Rod Extra Chancellor Angelo Dundee, no, sir. That is definitely a legendary trainer, but this is another legendary trainer. Joseph Brown said Eddie Futch, no, sir. Also a legendary trainer. Y'all keep the guesses coming. Eventually, y'all will get there. What legendary trainer had to kick Benitez and his entourage off his property for acting a damn fool while Benitez was training to face Carlos Palomino for his welterweight title? Lou Duva, y'all keep them coming. I was laughing too when I was reading about this shit, man, because Benitez, when he beat this guy Palomino, it was a controversial split decision, and it should have been a unanimous decision because he whooped his ass. And they asked the judge, they gave it to Palomino after the fight, like, what the hell going on? Why did you score the fight for Palomino? He said because the sun was in his eyes. They were fighting outside. He said he couldn't see. The sun was in my eyes. Okay, Cass got that shit. That'll be Customato. That's Cash right there. The legendary Customato. Good shit. I guess that is a good reason to score a fight fucked up you couldn't see. They should have got that motherfucker some shades or something. Next question. After Wilfred Benitez's contract was sold to Jim Jacobs and Bill Clayton, what all-time great fighter was hired to sharpen Benitez's game? And his initials are EG. Once again, after Wilfred Benitez's contract was sold to Jim Jacobs and Bill Clayton, what all-time great fighter was hired to sharpen Benitez's game? His initials are EG. And he kept on clashing with Benitez's father, who is the worst boxing father that I ever read about. He might be the worst boxing father of all time. Eric Gard talking about Goldman, no, sir. This is an all-time great fighter. Multiple time undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? A bad man. He killed a man too. This is a fighter that killed a man in the ring. The man called him a Marley Conant or something like that, or however you say that shit. And he killed that motherfucker. I guess I shouldn't be saying it like that. I mean, goddamn, RIP to the man, but you know, that is what happened though. He called the man a Marley Conant and got killed. Okay, Cass got that shit. That'll be Emil Griffith. He said Griffin, but that's close enough. We're going to get at the Cass. Okay, next question. What British fighter defeated Jose Napoles in Napoles' hometown for the WBC welterweight title? And what would be Napoles' last fight? Once again, what British fighter defeated Jose Napoles in Napoles' hometown for the WBC welterweight title? And what would be Napoles' last fight? His initials are JHS. Haplotype said, was he first? Refresh your page. You said Griffin. I'm going to give it to him for Griffin because I think that's close enough. He probably ain't going to Google and shit. It looked like he answering questions off the top of his head. Okay, D-Lo got this shit. That'll be John H. Stracey. That's my man D-Lo. But yeah, refresh your page, man. Anytime you feel like you was first, refresh your page, and it's going to show you what time it is. Okay, next question. Who is the first fighter to drop Ron Lyle? Once again, who is the first fighter to drop Ron Lyle in a professional boxing match? One of the hardest punches of all time. That is the ultimate hint right there. Cass say Foreman, Sight Bud say Foreman. Eric R, Rod X, everybody saying Foreman. This is another one of the hardest punches of all time. You know what I'm saying? Who was the first fighter to drop Ron Lyle? Eric R got that shit. Ernie Shavers. That's another one from my boy Eric R. There was some good guesses with the Foreman though, because they definitely went to war. That was a goddamn elevator fight. Okay, next question. What all-time great featherweight, who was known as a crafty and skilled fighter, is also known for his participation in the 1919 Black Sox scandal? They fixed the baseball game. Once again, what all-time great featherweight, who was known as a crafty and skilled fighter, is also known for his participation in the 1919 Black Sox scandal. His initials are AA. Cass said Willie Pep, that motherfucker was crafty and skilled. But no, sir, his initials are AA. What all-time great featherweight, who was known as a crafty and skilled fighter, is also known for his participation in the 1919 Black Sox scandal. Yeah, Pep came after this guy. Pep, he fought against Sugar Ray Robinson in the amateurs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, he came way after this guy. This guy, back in the 19 teens and early 20s and stuff. What all-time great featherweight, who was known as a crafty and skilled fighter, is also known for his participation in the 1919 Black Sox scandal. AA are his initials. Sight Bud gave me a 5. Let me get 2 more 5s. We gone. Even though I'm pretty sure y'all done heard of this fighter before. He was, like I said, an all-time great. And I don't put that shit on too many fighters, man. I done been listening to the historians long enough not to, to know not to do that. But this dude here, he do fit the bill. You know what I'm saying? Gil Cole's got this shit. That'll be A. Battelle. Excuse me, that's another one from my man Gil Cole. Okay, next question. What fighter is regarded as the first light heavyweight champion after his victory over Kid McCoy on April 22nd, 1903? His initials are JR. Once again, what fighter is regarded as the first light heavyweight champion after his victory over Kid McCoy on April 22nd, 1903? His initials are JR. And this is definitely a fighter that y'all haven't heard of. And if you don't know, you can drop a 5. It's all good. Y'all ain't gonna offend me. If you drop a 5, drop a uncle, drop a T. But I know y'all got a lot of pride. Once again, what fighter is regarded as the first light heavyweight champion after his victory over Kid McCoy on April 22nd, 1903? His initials are JR. All right, Sight Bud say he's gonna plead the 5th. I think he dropped the 5 already. No, that's on the last question. Oh no, Derek Bailey got that shit. He's looking at me right in the face. That'd be Jack Root. My bad about that, brother. Derek Bailey. Jack Root. Next question. What 1910s and 1920s flyweight champion was a tremendous puncher and was known as the ghost with the hammer in his hand? His initials are JW. Once again, what 1910s and 1920s flyweight champion was a tremendous puncher and was known as the ghost with the hammer in his hand? His initials are JW. Eric God gonna shoot that uncle out there. Gonna cry uncle. I don't think that's on this question, though. I think that was on the last question. Okay, Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Jimmy Wall. Gil Cole's got that shit. Jimmy Wall. Next question. What fighter gave Sugar Ray Robinson hell in 2 fights and went by the alias the Leamington Liquor? He beat Sugar Ray Robinson the first time. Then they had the rematch, and he was actually winning the fight against Sugar Ray Robinson. But he opened up a cut on Sugar Ray. So Sugar Ray went into do or die mode, and he went out there and took care of his adversary to get his belt back. What fighter gave Sugar Ray Robinson hell in 2 fights and went by the alias the Leamington Liquor? And this is definitely a UK-based fighter. Very strong type of build. He actually kind of remind me of Kell Brook a little bit. That'll be Randy Turpin. That's Rod X the Champ. Good shit. Rod X the Champ. Okay, next question. What fighter said this quote? My last fight was my best, but my last fight will be my best. I won't be careless this time, and I'll win back the title. Only then am I going to retire. Fighting is hard work. Everybody believes that I'm older than I actually am. That's a great hint off in this quote. But even for far younger men, getting into condition for a tough bout is grueling. After this fight, I will be fixed financially and I want to spend more time with my family. Once again, what fighter said this quote? My last fight was my best, but my last fight will be my best. I won't be careless this time, and I'll win back the title only. And I'll win back the title. Only then am I going to retire. Fighting is hard work. Everybody believes that I'm older than I actually am. But even for a far younger man, getting into condition for a tough bout is grueling. After this fight, I will be fixed financially, and I want to spend more time with my family. That's some good guesses talking about Archie Moore and stuff like that. But Derek Bailey got that shit. That'll be Jersey Joe Walcott. That's Derek Bailey. Good shit. Next question. What legendary fighter held a 250-16 amateur record, was undefeated at lightweight, and introduced himself to the welterweight division with consecutive knockout victories over Wilfred Rivera and Willie Wise? This is my day right here. Once again, what legendary fighter held a 250-16 amateur record, was undefeated at lightweight, and introduced himself to the welterweight division with consecutive knockout victories over Wilfred Rivera and Willie Wise? I definitely ain't got to give no initials on this one, I don't believe. This is our day right here, y'all. Eric R got this shit. That'd be Sugar Shane Mosley. That's another one from my man Eric R. Sugar Shane Mosley. Okay, next question. Phoebe Smith Williams, aka the Leaperville Shadow, is better known to the boxing world by what name? And he is named after a fighter that fought against uh Peter Jackson. Ain't that his fucking name? I ain't got no sleep, y'all. My brain is going slow as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Phoebe Smith Williams, aka the Leaperville Shadow, is better known to the boxing world by what name? And like I said, he named after the guy that had a fight with Peter Jackson back in the day. His initials are GG. GG are the initials. It's kind of easy to mix these guys up too, since they both went by the same fucking name. You know what I'm saying? Phoebe Smith Williams, aka the Leaperville Shadow, is better known to the boxing world by what name? And his initials are GG. Like I said, he's named after a guy that fought in the late 1800s, early 1900s. Haplotype got this shit. That'll be George Godfrey. So that's another one for haplotype. Okay, next question. What fighter is the current WBO super flyweight champion? Got to mix it up a little bit, man. We went from the old school back to the new school. Once again, what fighter is the current WBO super flyweight champion? A man that just fought recently. Hell, I already brought the man up a little bit earlier. Once again, what fighter is the current WBO super flyweight champion? And the man just fought this past weekend. He might have got the knockout of the year. That's going to be my vote for knockout of the year. All day long. I thought the fight was going to go the distance, and it almost went the distance. They got to the 12th round, and this guy landed the hardest looping left hand that you'll ever see. Derek Bailey got, I'm tripping like a motherfucker. Hip Hop number one got that shit. That'd be Junto Nakatani. That's my boy Hip Hop number one. That's why I told you, man, you got to have more confidence in yourself. Talking about he just going to get 1 ounce and shit, man. Good shit. Junto Nakatani. Okay, next question. What fighter scored back-to-back unanimous decision victories over Jervin and Kajas in his last 2 fights and is the current IBF super flyweight champion? Once again, what fighter scored back-to-back unanimous decision victories over German and Kajas in his last two fights and is the current IBF super flyweight champion? I don't really like to give hints and shit off on the modern day fighters, you know what I'm saying? So y'all just gotta figure it out, goddamn me. Sight Bud said Estrada, no, sir. He is one of the champions in that division, though, I think. Unless I'm tripping. I ain't just the best with the belts, man. I ain't gonna lie. I just put these questions in there because a lot of people are interested in belts. But this is a champion that I don't never really hear nobody talking about. I've actually never seen this man fight, to be honest with you. But I will say his initials, since I don't never hear nobody talking about him, is FDM. FDM are his initials. Y'all know about them Latino fighters that got three names: Julio Cesar Chavez, Juan Manuel Marquez, Marco Antonio Barrera. Get a Latino with three names, they be fighting like a motherfucker. That'll be Derek Bailey. Fernando Daniel Martinez. That's Derek Bailey. Good shit. Next question. Olympic gold medalist Pernell Whitaker, Oscar De La Hoya, and David Reed all suffered defeats to what legendary champion who was awarded Fighter of the Year in 2000? Once again, Olympic gold medalist Pernell Whitaker, Oscar De La Hoya, and David Reed all suffered defeats to what legendary champion who was awarded Fighter of the Year for the year 2000? Eric R got that shit. That'll be Felix Tito Trinidad. That's my man Eric R. Felix Tito Trinidad. Next question. Who is the youngest world champion in history? This is a very easy question right here. Once again, who is the youngest world champion in history? Everybody say he got that shit quick. Yeah, that's his day. You know what I'm saying? That's his heyday right there. Eric R. Tyson. I ain't Sight Bud. I'm gonna give it to Sight Bud. He said Wilfredo. Some people actually did call him Wilfredo back in the day, but that's Wilfred Benitez. The boxing Bible. El Radar. That's Sight Bud. If Gil Coles is in here, I think he gonna get. Oh yeah, Gil Coles right there. So he about to get this question right here. I know Gil Coles about to get this right. Who is the youngest Olympic gold medalist in history? Once again, who is the youngest Olympic gold medalist in history? A Jewish fighter. He said when he was growing up in the ghetto, the motherfuckers had to fight. I always wonder. I wonder why did the Jewish fighters get out of boxing? They was deep off in boxing back in the day, but you don't really hear about that shit in the modern times. You know what I'm saying? Once again, who is the youngest Olympic gold medalist in history? His initials are JF. If you need some initials, he was 16 years old when he won the championship. Well, not the championship, but the gold medal. He was 16. Who is the youngest Olympic gold medalist in history? His initials are JF, and he was 16 years old when he won the gold medal. Rod X, I don't even know what that is. Hell, I started thinking about Axel Foley. Hell, that's a goddamn Eddie Murphy movie, ain't it? Hip Hop number one says 16-year-old with a gold medal. That's some bragging rights. Gil Coles, I said Gil Coles gonna get this right because I actually asked this question back in the day, like maybe a year or two ago, and he got this question right. But that is not the answer though. His initials are JF. I see you with the Finkelstein. That sounds like that might be a Jewish person with the Stein on the end of it. Who is the youngest Olympic gold medalist in history? Unless that's his real name. Don't come with the fancy name, man. Come with the name that everybody know the man by. Y'all know I'm bad with names anyway, so don't try to trip me up. Haplotype got that shit that I got. That'll be Jackie Fields. That's haplotype, Jackie Fields. Next question. What man was known as the czar of boxing? Once again, what man was known as the czar of boxing? So he was running shit as far as the promotion game go. And he definitely was connected. You know what I'm saying? One of the mob motherfuckers. What man was known as the czar of boxing? And his initials are FC. This is definitely a person that we all done heard of. He was not a fighter. Gil Cole's got that shit. That'll be Frankie Carbo. He right in front of you, Cass. That's another one for Gil Cole. Frankie Carbo. Next question. What name was given to the group of 1940s mob control promoters featuring Frankie Carbo, Ettore Coco, James Plumeri, Frank Blinky Palermo, Harry Segal, and Felix Bociccio? Once again, what name was given to the group of 1940s mob control promoters featuring Frankie Carbo, Ettore Coco, James Plumeri, Frank Blinky Palermo, Harry Segal, and Felix Bociccio? Okay, Kaz got this shit. That'll be the combination. He came with that shit quick too. That's clear. The combination in this motherfucker. Okay, next question. It's a relatively easy question. Whose record did George Foreman break when he became the heavyweight champion at 45 years old? Once again, whose record did George Foreman break when he became the heavyweight champion at 45 years old? This is a fighter that we've mentioned today in another question. Cass got that shit. That'll be Jersey Joe Walcott. Walcott won when he was 37, and George Foreman broke the record by becoming the champion at 45. So that's another one for Cass. You got two in a row in this motherfucker. Okay, next question. Soon as my screen get right. Damn, they done took me all the way from the motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. Okay, next question. What heavyweight champion had the shortest reign in boxing history? If D-Lo was in here, I got a feeling that he would probably get this right. Once again, what heavyweight champion had the shortest reign in boxing history? Definitely appreciate that from Miss Lala. I mean, not Lala. I ain't got no sleep, y'all, man. My bad. I'm over here fucking up, man. That's Miss Almond Brown. I don't even call Lala Miss Lala. Miss Almond Brown said, please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Share if you can. Definitely appreciate that. This is a modern day fighter, y'all. This is a modern day fighter. Some people say they felt like he sold his belt. He won this championship in controversial fashion. Then he went over to the UK and got his ass whooped, and he kind of laid down in the fight. He took a right hand, went down. I think he got up and took another right hand and went down again, and it looked like he could have got up, but he didn't get up. But he kind of redeemed himself later on because he went out there and had a war. I think it was against Chris Arreola. They went out there and went to war with each other, and he kind of redeemed himself. Okay, Cass got this shit. That'd be Charles Martin. I ain't even see you, brother. My bad, man. Charles Martin. Good shit. Next question. This is an easy one. What fighter was known as the Michigan Assassin? Once again, what fighter was known as the Michigan Assassin? I might have to go get me some gas, man, because I ain't been sleeping worth a fuck. I swear. What fighter was known as the Michigan Assassin? One of the hardest punches of all time. They told Jack Johnson to take it easy on the man. And then he decided to get fresh. Landed a right hand on Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson got up and knocked him the fuck out and knocked his teeth out in the process. And you can see Jack Johnson on film wiping the man's teeth out his gloves. That'll be Gil Cole's. Stanley Ketchum. It's Gil Cole. Stanley Ketchum. Next question. Sugar Ray Robinson and Sam Langford share what record? I had asked a question like this not that long ago, and I just gave the credit to Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I'm saying? But Sam Langford also holds this distinction with Sugar Ray Robinson. One of our subscribers, his name is Nick Harmer, he alerted me to this. And I forgot, I actually already knew this shit. It's just that when I ask the question, I like to keep it with the mainstream titles. But a lot of the main historians, they count the colored championships too. You know what I'm saying? So Haplotype got this shit. Hold on. Yeah, Haplotype got it. That'd be 5-time champion in one division. Sugar Ray Robinson was a 5-time middleweight champion, and Sam Langford was a 5-time colored heavyweight champion. So that's Haplotype. Okay, next question. This is a little bit harder right here, but we have talked about this before. What fighter went by the alias the Black Sailor and is the first black man to win a championship in any country? And he won his championship in Australia. They say that he was a precursor to Jack Johnson. He was very confident. He wore flashy clothes, very successful, and he was head and shoulders above his opponents. They got him sent away. Like they tried to get him sent to jail for forgery, even though the man couldn't read or write. He ended up getting sent over to Australia, which was a penal colony. And when he got to Australia, he got the opportunity to fight for the championship. I don't see the name. His initials are JP. My bad about that. JP or his initials. We have talked about this fighter several times. I didn't ask the historians like Scrapbook and Hardline. I asked them for some further information about this fighter, but I didn't really get much. But they did give me the nickname though, the Black Sailor. Haplotype say Peter Jackson. This is way before Peter Jackson time. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely in a bare knuckle era. This was actually around the time of the London Prize rules being introduced. 1838 type shit. JP or his initials. This ain't a fighter that you hear about every day. What fighter went by the alias the Black Sailor and is the first black man to win a championship in any country? I might get a 5 or something, even though I have talked about this fighter a bunch of times in the trivia. You know what I'm saying? And the historians, they definitely know about this guy. Like I said, both Scrapbook and Hardline, they both told me that he went by the alias the Black Sailor. I don't see the answer. Y'all can drop a 5, drop a uncle, T.O., plead the fifth, all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all try to remember this time. I didn't ask this question several times. That's the reason I brought it back to see if everybody gonna remember. Once again, what fighter went by the alias the Black Sailor and is the first black man to win a championship in any country? Cash dropped a 5. Let me get 2 more 5s. We gone. They say he was a precursor to Jack Johnson, and they was really hating on him over there in England because he was successful with his businesses that he started. I think it was Tom Oliver. Tom Oliver took him to court for giving him a fake bank note or some shit like that. And they said that his signature was forged on there or something like that. And he ended up getting convicted and sent to Australia, which was a penal colony. His name is John Perry. John Perry is his name. He actually went over there and unseated a long-time Australian champion. My mind going blank right now. I can't really remember his name, but yeah, it was a long reigning champion, and John Perry went over there and took that championship. And he actually never defended his title. He kept the title for like a decade, and he couldn't find no challenges. So he ended up getting real depressed and shit. He started drinking, and then he got fucked up. You know how it was back in the day, man. They start drinking, get fucked up, get tuberculosis and all that kind of stuff. That's what happened to him. John Perry. Okay, next question. What British bare knuckle fighter killed 3 men in the ring, which led to a manslaughter conviction and the adoption of the London Prize rules? His initials are OS. This ain't a fighter that you hear about every day. Once again, what British bare knuckle fighter killed 3 men in the ring, which led to a manslaughter conviction and the adoption of the London Prize rules? His initials are OS. This guy is on Google though. I seen him on Google because I was looking for a little bit more information about another guy, and then this guy came up, so I know he on there. But he definitely off in them bare knuckle books and shit if you like that era. Okay, no, I thought Rod X had it, but that's not the answer though. It kind of sound like that though. It almost sound like a Smith, but it ain't Smith though. What British bare knuckle fighter killed 3 men in the ring, which led to a manslaughter conviction and the adoption of the London Prize rules? OS are his initials. OS are his initials. Derek Bailey got that shit. That'll be Owen Swift. Owen Swift. That's Derek Bailey. Good shit. Okay, next question. This is a little bit hard too. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's important though. What black bare knuckle fighter defeated fellow unbeaten fighter Hammer Lane and became the first black man to be recognized as the pound for pound #1 fighter in pugilism? And I am aware that they did not use the term pound for pound back in the day, but that's just lack of a better word or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But once again, what black bare knuckle fighter defeated fellow unbeaten fighter Hammer Lane and became the first black man to be recognized as the pound for pound #1 fighter in pugilism? His initials are JW. He was regarded across the land as the best fighter. And back in them days, the rules were different. He was known for dunking people on their heads. He was undefeated in his career, #1. He got one draw. That's the only blemish on his record. And that was they cheated him for that one. But he was a bad man, and anytime he got in a jam, he would dunk his opponent on his head and win the fight. His initials are JW. He started off on a cargo ship called the Hopewell. He was a youngster on the ship, and he was beating up all the people on the ship. So the captain of the ship told him, "Hey man, you should be a prize fighter. When we get to England, you should check that shit out." And that's what he did. He went into prize fighting, and he became the baddest man in the land. His initials are JW. And Hammer Lane was a bad man too. They kind of remind me of Spence versus Crawford because they were supposed to fight for a long time and they never could get the negotiations together. And then this guy right here, I almost said his name. He threatened retirement, and when he did that, that's when Hammer Lane came along, and they were like, "Man, let's work this shit out." So they came to an agreement on the weight that they would fight at, and they got it on. You know what I'm saying? And this guy won the fight, and he became known across the land as the best fighter in any weight class. That's why I say uh, pound for pound. I don't see the answer though. JW are his initials. Y'all can drop a 5. Ain't nothing wrong with learning something. You know what I'm saying? And this comes from this book that Lala D got me a while back. It's called Black Genesis by Kevin R. Smith. I done got questions out this book a whole bunch of times. Y'all can drop a 5, drop a T.O. Ms. Armin Brown gave me a 5. Rod S gave me a 5. Eric Carter, y'all close. You and Gil Coles with the Ward. Y'all close, but it ain't Ward though. It's starting out sounding kind of like that. Eric Carr said Jim Ward. Cass gave me another 5. I don't know if I'm gonna count Armin Brown 5 though, because she ain't gonna never know none of this stuff. Bill Richmond wasn't a bad guess, but Bill Richmond was actually before this guy. This guy fought significantly after Bill Richmond. Maybe like 50 years after Bill Richmond or something like that. You know, Bill Richmond was in the early 1800s. Give me one more 5 and we gone. Cass gave me another 5. I ain't gonna count Armin Brown 5 though. Let me get one more 5. Get one more 5. What black bare knuckle fighter defeated fellow unbeaten fighter Hammer Lane and became the first black man to be recognized as the pound for pound #1 fighter in pugilism? Gil Coles gave me a 5. That'll be James Wharton. That's his name, James Wharton. He went by the nickname the Moroccan Prince. A lot of people they get confused when they hear that shit because of Peter Jackson. They call him the Black Prince, but they call this guy the Moroccan Prince. And they said he was a bad man, the baddest man in the land. So 5 gets the spot. And this is my last question for my questions. Then I got 10 more questions. They for Scrapbook. Me and Scrapbook did a little light collaboration with this set of trivia questions. You know what I'm saying? So this is my last question. What fighter is seen by some historians as the greatest bantamweight of all time? Went by the alias El Poas and currently holds the record for the most unified bantamweight championship wins at 6. His initials are RO. Once again, what fighter is seen by some historians as the greatest bantamweight of all time? Went by the alias El Poas and currently holds the record for the most unified bantamweight championship wins at 6. His initials are RO. And this is a Mexican fighter. Gil Cole's got this shit. That'd be Ruben Olivares Avila. So that's Gil Cole. So now we got 10 more questions, y'all. These are scrapbook questions. Salute to him. I actually just asked him to give me a list of fighters, and I was gonna find the questions myself, but he took it a step further and made the questions his own self. So these are scrapbook boxing questions. And it looked like he did it kind of hastily, so he kind of left some words out. So I had to try to fill in the blanks. So if the shit ain't the way it's supposed to be, I apologize to the OG, man. But the way he had the questions and stuff, like I couldn't ask it that way. Some of them, most of them was good, but it was like 1 or 2 that I kind of had to fix up a little bit. Okay, the first question for the scrapbook boxing questions. I should give like 2 points for these questions. I'm gonna keep it 1 point. Okay, first question. Which 2 boxers retired with 25 title defenses? I know y'all know one off the top of your head. The other fighter might be kind of surprising to you because it was surprising to me. But y'all know that scrapbook boxing is a bad man when it comes to this history, and he got receipts on receipts on receipts. You know what I'm saying? He got so many receipts, they be trying to steal his motherfucking receipts. These thieving people on YouTube taking my man content. Haplotype, what's the Harry Wheels and Joe Lewis or something like that? No, sir. Of course, you got half of it, right? We all know who got 25 title defenses at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Held a championship from 1937 to 1949. Ended up going to the war and shit. And Jimmy Bivens was the duration champion while he was away. So we know you got half of it, but we need the other half. The other half, his initials are GD. GD are the initials of the other guy. No, sir, it was not Harry Wheels. Once again, which 2 boxers retired with 25 title defenses? And let me get them on the same line. GD and JL. And I did not change this question at all. I did not touch this question. So this is straight scrapbook boxing right here. The first fighter is GD, and then later on JL came along. I got a hell of a hint that I can give you, but it'll make it too easy. I guess I should give it anyway. Here we at the end. Y'all motherfuckers might be fatigued. The first fighter is the first black champion of all time, like in the modern era. And I say the modern era because I said earlier that the first black champion in any country was John Perry. Well, this right here is the first black champion. He was from Canada. So the first guy is the first black champion. He's from Canada. And the other one is the heavyweight great. Okay, Rod Extra Champ got that shit. That'll be George Dixon and Joe Louis. So Rod Extra Champ, he strike first blood on the scrapbook question. Next question. This is an easy one right here. Ezra Charles faced what fighter in 1948, which resulted in a ring death? And he actually went to go visit the father of this guy, and he was consoled by his father because his son had actually killed a man himself. Once again, Ezra Charles faced what fighter in 1948, which resulted in a ring death? Haplotype say, fuck Dixon. I don't know why you were saying that unless you're saying fuck Dixon. He said, but Wheels had 25 with the color title I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I know he was a color champion. I don't know how many title defenses he had though. This is an easy one right here though, y'all. Once again, Ezra Charles faced what fighter in 1948, which resulted in a ring death? His initials are SD. And like I said, the father of this guy actually consoled Ezra Charles and told him that his son had killed the man himself. Haplotype said Mr. Common Dixon was great. Hell yeah, he was great. That motherfucker was responsible for no mixed race fights being held in the South for like 60 years when he went to the Carnival of Champions and whooped the shit out of Jack Scully. Beat the brakes off his motherfucking ass. They say, hey man, no more of that shit. We ain't gonna have no more mixed race fights out of that shit. That'll be Derek Bailey with the Sam Baruti. That's Derek Bailey. Sam Baruti. Okay, next question. What fighter defeated Thomas Hearns twice in title fights in two different weight classes? I already know y'all know this one. Once again, what fighter defeated Thomas Hearns twice in title fights in two different weight classes? He beat him at 160 and he beat him at 175. I almost said 178, but I was thinking about the fucking amateurs and shit. I had a partner back in the day that fought at 178. Once again, what fighter defeated Thomas Hearns twice in title fights in two different weight classes? Okay, Cass got this shit. That'll be Iran Barkley. That's another one for Cass. Good shit. Next question. Now, this one I had to kind of doctor up a little bit, and I think I got it right, man. I went through a lot of trouble to try to get this shit right. Okay. What powerful right-hand puncher became the third black undisputed lightweight champion? His initials are IW. Once again, what powerful right-hand puncher became the third black undisputed lightweight champion? Because at first he just had I think he said like the third undisputed champion or something. Like at first he asked what lightweight became the third undisputed champion or something like that. I can't remember how he put this shit, but it wasn't in a way that it would have been easy to answer though. But Haplotype got this shit. That'd be Ike Williams. Haplotype. Okay, next question. Who is the only three-time undisputed lightweight champion in history? Once again, who is the only three-time undisputed lightweight champion in history? And once again, these are scrapbook boxing questions. Salute to the OG, and I appreciate him for putting the effort in on this shit. This is definitely a fighter that y'all done heard of before. He would win the title, lose it, win it back, lose it, win it back, then lose it again. Motherfuckers, damn, my mind just went blank on who the fuck he beat. He might have beat Ike Williams, but I think he at least beat Lauro Salas, something like that. Damn, I know these people, man. My brain just going slow, y'all, man. My bad, man. I do know at least two of these damn fighters that he beat for the championship, though. Fuck, I can't think of the other guy's name that I know. This guy's initials are JC. He got the same name as a former U.S. president. Once again, who is the only three-time undisputed lightweight champion in history? His initials are JC, and he has the exact same name as a former U.S. president. I actually looked on the list at this shit earlier, too. You know what I'm saying? So he is definitely the only three-time undisputed lightweight champion in history. His initials are JC. Y'all subscribe to Scrapbook Boxing channel, too, man. I think Marlo got the link to his channel where he said he at least got subscribed to Brother Scrapbook. Okay, Cass got this shit. That'll be Jimmy Carter. Cass got that shit. Okay, next question. How many world welterweight championship bouts did Henry Armstrong win in 1939? Once again, how many world welterweight championship bouts did Henry Armstrong win in 1939? How many world welterweight championship bouts did Henry Armstrong win in 1939? And it definitely put a lot of the modern fighters to shame because it take these motherfuckers 3-4 years to have this many fights. And that's when they active. Y'all a little bit too high. You know what I'm saying? You know, back in them days, they was having a lot of non-title fights as well. So he was having non-title fights and he was having championship fights. But we talking about the championship bouts. So y'all a little bit too high. Y'all got to go lower. Rod X Champ is the closest. Got to go a little bit lower. How many world welterweight championship bouts did Henry Armstrong win in 1939? Haplotype got this shit. That'll be 7. That's another one for Haplotype. Okay, next question. Which late 1800s heavyweight was the only man to win a championship in 3 different countries? And I think he's saying in at that time, like in his day. Because I done heard of other fighters winning championships in different countries, like Sam Langford, but this is before then. You know what I'm saying? Once again, which late 1800s heavyweight was the only man to win a championship in 3 different countries? His initials are PJ. And this is a fighter that y'all done mentioned today. Once again, which late 1800s heavyweight was the only man to win a championship in 3 different countries? He was a bad man. He came and he put them hands on George Godfrey. He also got a championship fight against, well, not a championship fight, but he got a fight against James J. Corbett. They fought for 61 rounds and it was ruled a draw. James J. Corbett went on to fight John L. Sullivan, and this fighter here was just left out in the dark. He had a few more fights. He ended up moving back across seas. I think he died when he was like 40 years old or something like that. Really a tragic tale, you know what I'm saying? But he was a hell of a fighter though. Gil Cole's got this shit. That'll be Peter Jackson. That's Gil Cole. Okay, next question. What all-time great fighter is the first African-American world champion? This is definitely a MARLO'S Corner Classic question. We done asked this question a bunch of times. What all-time?
Miss B, salute, sis.
Oh, that's somebody that ain't no troll. I thought that was just a troll. Once again, what all-time great fighter is the first African-American world champion? I think that's a guy. I could have sworn this motherfucker came up in here with a man picture.
Remember last time that was Miss BITCH.
I know, but I thought I saw the picture another time had like a white dude on there or something. George Dixon is a good guess. That's the first black champion, period, but he ain't African American. That man came from Canada. We want the first African American world champion. You know what I'm saying? You had George Dixon, then you had this guy, then you had the Barbados Demon, Barbados Joe Walcott. What's the one in between? That'll be haplotype. That's Joe Gans. Haplotype. Okay, next question. Who is the first black champion to obtain championship status in an overseas bout? Once again, who is the first black champion to obtain championship status in an overseas bout? Everybody say Jack Johnson. No, sir. He got his in 1908. This guy, he got his championship. I think was it 1898 or some shit. Don't start me lying, man. I know that it was before Jack Johnson though, like a decade before him or something like that. Not Joe Louis, not Jack Johnson or Joe Louis. Joe Louis, he won his in 1937. This guy, he won his. I think it was like 1898 or something like that. I might be wrong though. But I know it was significantly before Jack Johnson. Or maybe not super significantly, but years before Jack Johnson, though. Y'all done already said the name. Come back with it. This guy, he beat Nuke Wallace in England. He had actually beat this guy named Spider Kelly, and that's when he started claiming the championship. But people didn't recognize him as a champion, so he went over to England and he beat this guy Nuke Wallace, and that's when the world started seeing him as the bantamweight champion. Okay, haplotype got this shit. That'd be George Dixon. That's haplotype. Okay, next question. Which fighter fought for a title in every weight class? I ain't gonna even lie, you kind of caught me off guard with this one. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he know better than me. I ain't gonna question him. Once again, which fighter fought for a title in every weight class? I'm gonna see what y'all say first, and then I'm gonna come back with the initials if y'all don't get it. Haplotype say Ted Kid Lewis. No, sir. That was a bad man, Ted Kid Lewis. He might be the greatest fighter to ever come out of England. Ted Kid Lewis. He's a bad man when I read about him. Okay, Kaz got this shit, Sam Langford. God damn, okay. So well, I know I don't know nothing compared to him, man. I'm just Sam Langford is the answer. He said he fought for a title in every weight class. Okay. So I'm about to count up the scores here. Y'all appreciate Scrapbook for that, dropping them questions and shit. Y'all subscribe to his channel. Give the man some support, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been over there stealing his content. You know, him and his father worked on them scrapbooks for years and years and years, and they are very near and dear to his heart. And he be posting his scrapbooks on his videos so we can check them out. And people have been taking his material and putting it on their documentaries. That's some fuck shit, and me and Marlo can definitely relate because people done tried to take our trivia. You see how many people call fights. We are definitely the originators in that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Okay. I done fucked up too, man. I already see I done fucked up on the question off the motherfucking top. Hold on, no, never mind. I remember who got that question. Hell, I'll be remembering who answered questions a year ago and shit. Okay. We gonna start with um we're gonna give Almond Brown her 2 little points. I'm gonna try to start at the bottom and work my way up, y'all. So Almond Brown, she got 2 questions because she came in there and got a surprise question on the second question. You know what I'm saying? So Almond Brown, she got 2. My man, hip hop number 1, I think he got like 2. Hip hop number 1 got 1. I think he got another one over here somewhere. Where the hell is hip? Okay, there you go. So hip hop number 1 got 2. And then next up, we're gonna go with we'll say Eric R. So we got where Eric R at? Eric R got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 for Eric R. That's about his average too. He averaged about 5. Okay, next, D-Lo. I think he got 1 question. Yep, that's 1 for D-Lo. Next up, we gonna say Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 for Derek Bailey. Okay, next up we got Rod X. So Rod X the champ got 1, 2. I see 2 for Rod X. Rod X got 2. Okay, next we're gonna go with Cass. Cass got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see 9 for Cass. Good shit. And I see another one for Rod X. Rod X got 3. Okay, next up, we gonna go. My man Joseph Brown got one right here. Get him on out the way. He got one. Next up, we gonna go with haplotype. Haplotype got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So haplotype got 16. Good shit. I saw another one. Hold on. My man Derek Bailey got 6. So I see another one for Derek Bailey. He got 6. Next up, we got Gil Coles. Gil Coles got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I see 16 for Gil Cole. I missed another one for Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey instead of 6, he got 7. Um, Let me see. Make sure I ain't missed nothing. Syfe Bud. Syfe Bud got 1. Hold on, I thought he had at least. I said, hold on. I thought Syfe. I see another one for Derek Bailey. So how the fuck I miss all these ones by Derek Bailey? Derek Bailey got 8 of them motherfuckers. I see one for Syfe Bud, but I could have sworn he had more than that. Oh, there go another one for Syfe Bud. That's 2. I know he got at least 2. Make sure. I see 2 for Syfe Bud. Yeah, there's 2 for Syfe Bud. The 5 got 1, 2. Like I got 2 5s. Yep, 2 5s. And that's it. This is the first time we ever had a tie. We ain't never had a tie, but we tied up with haplotype and Gil Coles. It almost seemed like we supposed to ask one more question or something. So for a tiebreaker or something, man. We ain't never had a tie on the corner, man. But yeah, that's good shit though, y'all. So Almond Brown, she got 2, including the honorary point. Hip Hop number 1 got 2. Eric R got 5. D-Lo got 1. Derek Bailey got 8. Rod X the Champ got 3. Cass got 9. My boy Joseph Brown got 1. Haplotype got 16. Gil Coles got 16. And Syfe Bud got 2. That's what we're looking at. So good shit, y'all, man. Definitely appreciate y'all participating in that.
And that's the first time a tie happened?
Yeah, that's the first time we ever had a tie.
Man, that's some good shit.
Yeah, it was the Gil Coles and Haplotype show today. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, Gil Cole be making history lately, huh? Got his undisputed title snatched. First one in the gym with a tie.
Yeah. Eric R said, is that hashtag bark with a dog? Trey X, yep, that's who it is. He don't want no smoke though. He making excuses talking about I ain't ranked high enough for him to go against me. So we gonna say that he ducking. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah, he act like he ranked number 1 or some shit. Hell, I was number 36 and went against number 1.
Cass, peace out, fam.
Yeah, salute. Appreciate you coming through. I consider that a duck, but it is what it is though. He don't want that pressure on his motherfucking ass. But when I move up and I go up and I catch him, we'll see if I'm worthy enough to go against him then. Because I hope you don't think that I'm the type of person that be sitting in the fucking 20s for a whole season. Hell, the lowest that I ever finished since I've been paying attention to this shit, because I actually started off when Sean Ross first started, but I would miss weeks and shit. Like I didn't take it seriously. And then season 10 is when I said, okay, I'm about to take it seriously. And that's when I won. And then since then, I have not finished below 13. So let's see. When I catch his ass, let's see if I'll be worthy enough then to get that smoke.
Hey, y'all gonna put some respect on these medals, man. Y'all tripping, man.
Yeah, for right now, he ducking though.
Hey, he said, let's go.
I guess he's saying for a championship or something. Nigga, be specific. If you want to go against me this week, let me know. Because I sure want some haplotype smoke. Square business with your co-signing ass. I'm about to show you what time it is. You co-signing the motherfucker to me. You should have been co-signing me over there. Like I ain't the real deal in this motherfucker. But we gonna see. We got a 15 fight week. This is the type of week that I like. Even though we lost one fight, we only got 14 fights. But yeah, we about to see what's up this week. And I want some smoke. He said, let's go. Why not? Yeah, get up in there. Trey X versus Haplotype 0 this week. Haplotype is ranked in front of me. Let me see what place Haplotype is. I think he only like 14 or some shit like that. Let me see. He act like that. He act like he 30 spots ahead of me or some shit. Let's see where he at. Let's see where Haplotype is ranked. He's actually ranked number 12. He 24 points in front of me. 24 fucking points, and he out my league. Yeah, we got number 12 going against number 23. I'm tied with D-Lo at 23. And let's see how that shit gonna go. Who is the favorite? Is it gonna be Haplotype that's ranked number 12 and he is 24 points in front of me? Is he the favorite? Or is it the former fucking champion that got experience in this shit and normally kicks ass on 15 fight weeks? As a matter of fact, the last 15 fight week, I've ranked I placed third, right? I got third last time we had 15 fights, and I really should have got first, but I got fancy and fucked myself out of 2 bonuses. I think that I'm the fucking favorite. Trey X minus 200, Haplotype plus 150, and let's see how that shit gonna go. Yeah, that's the matchup I wanted. Put that pressure on this motherfucking ass.
We have a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
And we got us a fight, absolutely. So we got Marlo versus La La D. We got Gil Coles with a rematch against MZ. You got me versus Haplotype. And what else we got? I think they're the only ones that we got so far that I can think of. I don't think Eric R got one this week. I don't think D-Lo got one.
He said he taking down Hyphy.
Or they having a rematch. I thought he already went against Hyphy. No, but I think Hyphy didn't show up or something like that is what happened. It was something like that. I thought Eric R went against not Haplotype, but Hyphy last week. But we gonna see, man. Them the matchups that I can think of off the top of my head. We gonna see how it's gonna go. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through, participating in the trivia. I will try to stay and chop it up a little bit, but man, I ain't been getting no sleep worth of fuck. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to quit smoking weed and all that kind of shit. So I'm about to go ahead and get my ass off because I actually struggled through this damn trivia. You know what I'm saying? I just said I promised to be here. Really, the reason that I came and did this today is because this guy, because I was going to ask Marlo, could we do it tomorrow? It was this guy that came through our channel on Saturday talking about Devin Haney won by robbery. The man had the score 7-5 for Lomachenko. So I don't know how he went from how a 7-5 fight is a fucking robbery. Where I come from, that's a close fight, right? The fight could have went either way, 7-5 to Lomachenko, 7-5 to Devin Haney, or it could have been 6-6 for a draw. But you know, it is what it is. I called the man a casual. He was talking about how much he know about boxing history, so I invited him to come today. We came through. Y'all just answered 68 questions. That's what I had for him, and he did not show up. And I said that he was gonna be called a duck because he didn't show up. And I actually looked at the guy's page. I called him a casual, and his fucking channel said that it's dedicated to boxing fans and casual fans. So he got the word casual in his description. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't show up. Like I thought he probably wasn't gonna show up. He just down there bumping his gums and didn't want to come show his face. Yeah, but this is what we got. Yeah, I ain't got to be ranked high to talk shit. It take a good man to talk shit when you're behind. That's what Michael Jordan say. Anybody can talk shit when they ahead. Can you talk shit when you behind? Can you talk shit when you're tied up? That's what separate the men from the boys. So let's see how this shit about to go. But definitely appreciate y'all, man. It's all love. I'm just competitive. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And yeah, I want to kick the shit out of haplotype. So you better be on your game. But we're gonna come back with some I don't really know when, because we ain't got no fights to call this weekend. Everything in the UK, everything on the zone and all that kind of shit. So we're gonna have to see what's up next week. But we definitely gonna come back with something like next week on the trivia. We're gonna stay consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's gonna be. Uh I'm gonna look at the comments and shit, and then we're gonna go and get up out of here. Gil Cole, so there's room for second and third place this week. You getting first this week, all right? We gonna see. Hip Hop number one said, I've been stuck on 14 for 3 weeks. That's good. You and Haplotype doing good. Y'all both in the top 15 for y'all first season. You know what I'm saying? That's good shit. Square business. Haplotype acted like he was scared the motherfucker to get in there. But I told him, I said, you might surprise yourself. That's what people do most of the time. I don't go challenging scrubs. If I challenge you, that means that I got some type of respect for you. You know what I'm saying? But Haplotype, I don't know. I kind of look at him as damn near an adversary now. I ain't gonna even lie. So I want to stomp the shit out your motherfucking ass. Square business. Yeah. Mr. Piss on my leg and tell me that it's raining. I always want to tell me that something is one way when it's really another way. And then if I press him, he'll finally admit to what it is. He one of them type motherfuckers. So yeah, I want to kick the shit out your fucking ass. Yeah, hold on. Hip hop number. Oh, I read that. Haplotype said me and Champ 12. I don't even know what the fuck that mean. Ms. Armin Brown, Trey S versus Haplotype. Let's go. That's what it's gonna be.
I think he's saying him and Chet Ross tied for 12.
Oh, okay. Sean Ross know what time it is. When them motherfuckers were talking all, when that dude came here talking that shit, Sean Ross sent me the damn video and he was laughing. Because Sean Ross already know who we dealing with. Yeah, I'm the motherfucking ambassador of this shit. I'm the person that go around getting everybody in this shit. I got Haplotype in there, right? Yeah, he know what time it is. He was laughing at y'all motherfuckers. Eric Gar said Trey Heyman, who gonna be on the undercard? I don't know who gonna be on the undercard. Who you want, man? You might have to call somebody out. We need to get more people participating in this shit. You know what I'm saying? We all beating up on each other, cannibalizing each other. We need to get some more participants. Haplotype say, may the best win, bro. Yeah, may the best man win. I ain't gonna cheat you. You know what I'm saying? Almond Brown said Marlo versus La D, Gil versus MZ, Trey X. She paying attention over there, huh? That's what it is, too. Eric R said him and Hyphy. It was a void. Hyphy in the stand. Stand by me, duck me. Yeah, I got you. Stand by, ducked him. Haplotype said I had been told in zone about Marlo's corner the trivia all the way before he came on. All good, though. No, you tried to keep it at that. But then you later on, you went on ahead and said that when I started talking shit, saying that whoever in first place ain't gonna stay there, that's when you went and got it. But you didn't say that at first. At first, you just kept on trying to talk about trivia. But then when I kept on pressing you, that's when you finally admitted that you did tell them about the trivia, but you also went to go get them when I was talking shit about the Chan Ross. That's why I say that you Rain Man pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining, because I already knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. You gonna see what's up. I guess you think I'm weak in this shit, so you about to find out this week. You about to get welcome to the Chan Ross this week. Gil Cole's good game, everybody. Absolutely. Had some fun with the shit. Hip hop number one said Peace to the corner, always fun. Hope you catch some sleep after this Trey X. I need to get some. That's for damn sure. He said, I need to get these week 6 picks crispy. Have a good rest of your night, Marlo, and people in the chat, man. Definitely appreciate you coming through.
Salute, peace, hip hop. Salute, bro.
Absolutely. Haplotype said scored it a draw twice. Check my video for the record. And I was talking about our boy Scrap too. Yeah, salute to Scrapbook, man. All day long. Shit, I ain't gotta go check no fucking video. I know how we scored the fight. Marlo had to fight 7-5. I ain't trying to put down your video. Y'all subscribe to Haplotype. Hell, I'm subscribed to the motherfucker. That's how I know that Benny Leonard is 166, 19, 6 and 4. I got that shit from Haplotype. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It is what it is on there, bro. I want to kick your fucking ass though. Square business. I be wanting to say that haplotype the historian, that's my partner and all that kind of shit, but I don't know if I'll be telling the truth. You just a person that I want to beat the brakes off of this week. Um, where I'm at, hip hop number one said it was a close fight. I had Haney slightly. I think he won the 12th round crucially. Lomachenko a bad loser. Yeah, I guess being a bad loser, a lot of people be feeling like that, man. Like when they lose and shit, they not used to losing. You know what I'm saying? But just to say that it was a robbery and all that kind of shit, that shit is outrageous. It was a close fight. He should have made the fight more clear. Somebody said, I think it was my boy DeCane. He said that um his son called him, like he said his son talked to him like 7 times before the fight. And he kept on telling his dad that he was gonna be undisputed and knew and all this kind of stuff. So when he ended up losing the fight, that's what made him break down and cry in the locker room because he felt like he disappointed his son. I don't know how true it is, but that's what DeCane said that he heard or read or something like that. So maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you and Haplo giving out Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa energy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gonna see.
In the sparring match, remember that shit?
In the sparring match.
Remember they sparred? They
Oh
sparred.
yeah. I don't know about all that shit. If he was a champion, I could see that. He ain't no fucking champion. There's only one champion in this matchup, and that's you know what I'm saying? All day long. He ain't no fucking champion. He too ugly to be the world champion. He ain't gonna be no fucking champion.
Voice TV, salute, bro.
Salute. What's going down, bro?
He too ugly to be the champion.
Yeah, he ain't no goddamn champion. We gonna see.
It's supposed to be me up there, my boy.
Yeah. I think I read that. Ms. Army Brown said, check out Haplotype's video for the record. All right, Miss Army Brown. Why I keep on wanting to call this woman Miss Lala D, and I don't even call Lala D that with a ghost smelling ass. But Miss Army Brown is definitely a great moderator. You know what I'm saying? She got the matchups on point. She done dropped the link to Haplotype video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna take it away from Haplotype. He a hell of an historian. He got great content when it comes to the bare knuckle era and all that kind of stuff. You go over there and learn about some fighters. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming to whoop his ass though. Eric Carr said, I want hyphy in zone 45. That's what his ass gonna be. All that enforcer shit, we go see. Half the tight. So when you brought up the league, I let him know before you mention them. Ask him though. Ask him though. You said when you brought up the league, I let him know before you mentioned him. Okay, so I don't know, man. I can't be believing what you say, bro, because you Rain Man. If you didn't have a history of pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining, I would believe you. But nah, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You'd like to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, brother? Oh, well, I better lost my spot. Ms. Alma Brown said good night to hip hop number one. Absolutely. Eric R said it was like that interrogation scene with the brothers in Norbit. Start sprinkling that salt, and dude told it all. I ain't even seen Norbit, bro. I can't even lie to you. Hip hop number one. Okay, talking to Ms. Alma Brown. He said he subscribed to her channel and shit. He said, I subscribe to your channel. Got to keep them numbers going up, man. I definitely appreciate you, bro. If anybody like hanging around beautiful women and shit, y'all subscribe to Ms. Alma Brown. You know what I'm saying? She's a lovely lady. She got a great personality. She always in a good mood and shit on the live streams. You know what I'm saying? She ain't like me. I'm ornery as a motherfucker sometimes. I'll be in a good mood most of the time. Like I'm smiling right now. I'm always smiling, actually. I'm really one of them jovial type guys and shit, but some people take that shit for a weakness. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always in a good mood and shit. They don't understand what the fuck I got beaten in my chest. But don't let no motherfucker be confused about what's going on around here. We are lions. And there ain't no pact between lions and men either. So we gonna see what's up. Ms. Armor Brown said, thank you to hip hop. Get out your business. Eric Carr said, sounds good. My boy Voice TV. I be coming through hitting like on your videos and shit, bro. I can't say that I'm an expert on vintage cars and stuff like that, but I do come through and hit like on your video. Hapless I say Trey just like giving me a hard time. I don't know, man. I don't really feel like I just Oh no, I guess maybe I do give you a hard time. I don't know. Hell, I'm kind of sleepy, man. I need to get the fuck off. What I need to do. Having the site say it's all good fun. Oh, yeah, it's all good fun. May the best man win, like you say. And like I said, man, you are doing a good job. I'm not taking that away from you. You right outside the top 10 and shit like that. You're doing a great job. Lala D is ranked number 8, if I'm not mistaken. She's doing a great job, phenomenal job. Definitely surprised me. We're gonna have to say that she the comeback player of the year or some shit, or the most improved. That's what we gotta say. She the most improved player of the year, you know what I'm saying? Because she went from being ranked in the 20s and 30s and she top 10 in this motherfucker. So yeah, all day. Ms. Aubrey Brown said, I don't know, but my name is the Amazon Angel. She said, I like me some La La D, but that's not my name. I don't know why I keep on saying that. It's like my brain says that you're a woman, and then the first thing that comes to my mind is fucking La La D. But she been a subscriber of ours since the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? We probably did 3 or 4 live streams, and then she subscribed to our channel, and she been fucking with us pretty much ever since. You know what I'm saying? So that might be why she the first name that come to my mind. She might be talking about me somewhere too. Goddamn, that might be why she popping
Sir,
into my head.
Sir File, salute, fam. What's happening?
That's L Foul Player. What's up, bro? What's going down? I appreciate you coming through, checking out the fight call with us a little bit on Saturday. Salute to you. Um, Haplotype said, change them socks. It's just water. What do you mean talking about change them socks? It's just water. What do you mean by that? Hell, I done got confused in this motherfucker.
He probably talking shit.
Okay.
Hey, if y'all haven't, that's our good brother, Voice TV, man. He got a good channel over there. He good with that camera too. Subscribe to our brother, man. Help him grow also.
Absolutely. Subscribe to Voice TV. Subscribe to FL Player too, man. FL Player. You know what I'm saying? Be over there talking that boxing talk. I ain't seen the live stream in a while. You been doing live stream? If you have, shit, I must be missing a motherfucker. I do come through and hit like on your shit when you go live. Um, Ms. Army Brown said positive vibes only. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. I have positive vibes too, man. I hope people don't be thinking I'm just some kind of negative motherfucker. But shit, I ain't like I said, man. I'm trying to quit smoking weed. I ain't been able to sleep worth a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I feel a combination. Like I feel like a hybrid right now. Like I got a part of me that's happy and joyful and all that kind of stuff where I'll be laughing and smiling, but then at the same time, I feel like I got a dark side that's sitting right there because I ain't been able to get no sleep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Eric Carson AB is gorgeous, like prom Claire Huxtable. Goddamn, he says she gorgeous in a classy way, Claire Huxtable style. AFL player, yep, salute to you. Voice TV said thanks for the love, Trey. I guess I need to come learn something about the vintage cars, huh, man? I just come through and hit like. I need to come learn something. Ms. Aubrey Brown said she hear me. Eric R said only the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Ms. Aubrey Brown, okay, saying what's up to L Foul Player. Happily Type said you can call me Rain Man. Surprised you didn't get the joke. Read it again. Okay, what he say? Change them socks. It's just water. Okay, that's Rain Man pissing on my leg, is what he's saying. He got my socks wet. All right. All right, man. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games, man. Competition. I got a lot of love and respect for our community overall. We some competitors and shit. And I like people to go off in there and prove something off in the channel Ross instead of people just assuming that somebody is good. That's my whole thing. I'm not gonna assume that nobody good. Can't nobody come co-sign nobody to me and have me thinking, oh yeah, this a bad man because this guy said so. Nah, you gotta show me. You know what I'm saying? And folks can say whatever they want to say. I have already proven myself. Go look at the list of champions, and you're gonna see my name on the list. And the guy that I beat, my homeboy, Nick Harmer. I got love for Nick Harmer. He a 2-time champion, but that's the person I beat for the championship. So it ain't like my shit is not legitimate. You know what I'm saying? And I done finished second, I done finished fourth, I done a whole bunch of shit, man. So we gonna see. Trey X minus 200, haplotype plus 150. Let's see how this shit gonna go. But definitely appreciate y'all, man. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death all night. I'm gonna go find me something to eat. Hell, I might have to go get some fucking fast food or something, man, because I don't really feel like standing in front of the stove. But I'm gonna go find me something to eat and go lay the fuck down somewhere. Appreciate Marlo, you know what I'm saying, taking his time out to do this shit, put our trivia down. He is the person that came up with the trivia, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I remember when he first started that shit, I thought he was being annoying. I'm over here trying to talk to the chat and shit, and Marlo like, man, hold on, man. Let me ask this trivia question. And that shit ended up being a staple of our channel. So that was great foresight by him. Hey, let me ask you this question, bro. Do you remember the fight that made me and you tight? Because like I would see you in the chat and shit, but we ain't know each other. And then there was a particular fight that went down. You scolded the fight, and I respected your scold. And that's when me and you started doing live stream together. Do you remember that shit?
I don't know. I don't remember what fight. I'm trying to think. Was it the real fight?
Nah, Danny Jacobs. When he fought against God damn, what's the name? Selecki. He fought against Selecki. You remember your scope for that fight?
Nope.
It was 6-4-2. When I had first watched the fight, I thought Selecki might have got the edge. And then when I looked at your scorecard, and then I went back and looked at the fight again, I was like, man, you know what? That motherfucker got a pretty good score, 6-4-2 for Danny Jacobs. And that made me respect you as far as, your opinion of the fights and shit. And that's when we started doing live streams, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, salute to you, man. You came with the trivia and all that kind of shit. And like I always say, hell, if it wasn't for Marlo, I wouldn't even be on YouTube, because I would have been off YouTube a long time ago, because I ain't gonna be fucking with Mark ass niggas. That just ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But Marlo a real one, and shit, this is what we do. But salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through. Ain't gonna talk y'all to death.
Real, man. Y'all already know it's always love. It's always fun. Appreciate y'all coming through, rocking with us, supporting us. Shit, we support each other, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Shit, see y'all next time. Till next time, don't forget to tell them haters and trolls. The fuck out my gym.
You heard him.
Peace.